let's put the bag aside so that I can show you how it came. So first of all, oops, it came with this bag. Now, I will admit this bag is like the bonnet they put on your head when you're going into surgery. But I think, it's the effort that counts in my point of view. That has the logo. I think this is Lovevook, if I'm not mistaken. I know at first I looked at it, I thought, well, Lovevook, I don't know. So it might be Lovevook, but I think it's actually pronounced Lovevook at this point of view. If you're looking for the bag, just get the spelling right. This bag came with 3 additional accessories, which is 2 packing cubes and then a shoe bag, which I really, really like, you guys. It is a pet peeve of mine to see people just toss their shoes in a bag. Individually, I will place my shoes in a plastic bag. If I don't have a little snazzy shoe bag, you guys, the bottom of our feet come in contact with a lot of stuff we shouldn't just throw in with clothes that we put on. Anyways, I'll leave that alone. It is a nice size so that even if you possibly might have thin boots, they can fit, shoe boots or whatever, and possibly, flat shoes too. You might be able to get 2 pairs in there as well. One of the things that I like about this bag also is that they did not slouch on the zipper. It's a nice size zipper, especially during travel.
As you see, it's very roomy, you guys. You'll have ample space to fit at least one good pair of shoes.
But they did not slouch on the zipper, you guys. Nothing is more annoying when you're traveling than when you're constantly having to snug at the zipper, especially going through TSA. I know a lot of people go through pre-check and all these things now, but even those can afford you those challenges still when you're trying to get in and out of your bag. Here are the packing cubes. They call them compression cubes, but they're really not. It just kind of keeps things nice and compact, I would say. Again, I like that they color coordinated the bag through and through, and then they maintain having the easy zippers going back and forth. You don't have any issues with your zippers getting snagged. And this one is just a replica of the other one. Now let's go ahead and get to the bag. I measured 22 diagonally from one end to the opposite other end of the bag. And then I measured 21 at the top, and then across is like 14. I will have the exact measurements in there when I get to it. I just thought about that once I started the video. These are canvas type material. The only leather-like area is on the little logo of the compression cubes right here, and then on the handle. So one of the things I like about the bag is that it is like a backpack. So if you want to use it like a backpack, you have that, and then it has the pads on there, and they are comfortable. Unfortunately, the reason why I had to use it recently wasn't a happy occasion, rather, but it works and it was comfortable to me. Typically, I don't like carrying things on my back. It was fairly packed, and I had no problem with it. I like the idea that if your bag is also not really packed to the gill, you also have these little latches here, and that you have the opportunity to latch them close. These are on top and bottom on both sides, so on this side as well as the opposite side. Okay. On one end, if you wanted to use this just as a regular bag and carry it, you could. I like that detail as well. And they also do the same cushioning in the handle on this side as well. And it also has, as you saw before me showing you the leather-like material and handle as well. So I like that because when you put a bag in the overhead compartment, if you're flying, it gives you the opportunity to be able to grab your bag in 2 spots too without having to reach for it if you're vertically challenged like I am myself. On the other side, it also has the beverage holder or whatever. Maybe you might use it for a cell phone, but most people might put a drink on the side there once they get past TSA. Okay, now let's talk about the front. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and continue and talk about the outside of the bag. The outside of the bag, nowadays, I don't know who really carry boarding passes, although the opportunity is still there. I will admit that this is not fabric right here. It's kind of like the polyester, but it's almost like a way in which you would be able to wipe it clean in the back. So if you wanted your wallet close to you and not have it on the outside of it. That is a security feature in my point of view. And then they also have the little loop here that you can put over a bag. If you were carrying a suitcase that has the handle, you would be able to loop this over that as well without having to worry about carrying it separately as well. So I thought was another good feature. I do like the fact that they also had the decorative fabric here on the inside too. So again, it's a feature that you see probably in the higher end bags. And I like that they paid attention to that detail. Again, they used the nice zippers. I thought was excellent in my point of view. I like that. And on the front of the bag, you can see the logo. And then there is going to be your first pocket. Let me pull you guys back so you guys can see. And then it's a nice deep pocket. If you see, my hand goes down to about right here. So that's probably a good, 8 inches there in the pocket. And it's pretty wide, you guys. So I think that's nice space there. It makes it easy for you to grab your cell phone if you have that on the out and whatever else personals you like. And then you have your second compartment here. I think it's nice that it goes down a lot so you can have easy access. I just so happen to have a pin in there that wasn't on purpose. Now, I think that's cool because it leaves it where you can put a tablet. You guys, there's so many pockets in this bag though. If you wanted to have immediate access and you carried like a tablet or something, especially if you possibly were traveling with kids, it helps you to get quickly to things.
Another cool feature I feel, and it's more popular also in other types of bags as well, is the key ring that they have that you can attach maybe your house keys or car keys or any other type of important key that you needed to keep with you during travel. And it also detaches, which I thought was nice as well. And it has a reflective strip on it as well. So if you had to shine your light in the dark, you would easily be able to identify it. I thought it was a cool feature.
Pocket right here again, I said if you want it, you can have a tablet and then you can possibly put a phone there, or maybe if you have an iPen that went with an iPad or a tablet, that will work. And then you have your main compartment right there, or one of the main compartments, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this the other way around so you can see the inside compartment. When you open your flap, you guys, this is like the inside of a regular suitcase. I would say, you know what, let's go ahead and see. So you have a good 5 inches in the interior here, and you even have the latch to keep your items more secure as well, like you would a suitcase, you guys. Again, they paid attention to detail by putting the decorative or pattern type fabric on the inside of this, which is a nice detail. Now, on the opening flap side of it, it has the netted material. So you might have your socks or whatnot, whatever you like to put in there. It also has a wet compartment so that if you're possibly swimming where you're going at or just needed to hurry up and put something that might have been damp, you have a place to hurry up and put that and not worry about it. And obviously that affords you, if you had a spill too, it affords you the opportunity to wipe it clean, because not only is this part the plastic, it is on the back side as well. And then what's nice too, again, is that you see that nice decorative pattern fabric there. I'm gonna go ahead and zip this up and let's go ahead and go to the other side. Again, you guys, notice how I'm not having any issues with zipping up and coming in contact with these little paracord things, but you're not having to worry about that at all. Now the back side, I would say, is for the business traveler, if you will, in that it also folds completely open. So let's get to the exterior flap first. I'm gonna pull this back so you guys can see. Let me see. It's best to probably do it lengthwise so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I like this feature because it will probably, most people will say a 15-inch laptop, but I would say if you had one bigger, it would even fit this, you guys. Again, remember, it went to 21 inches. I just showed with the measuring tape. So we have that. And then you have another flap. And these are kind of like, this is definitely cushioned back here to protect your electronic device. However, you have a little bit of cushion in between this as well. And then this part right here in the middle. And then you also have a space for an iPad or a tablet. And to keep it all secure, they took an elastic with Velcro on it that kind of would not allow things in case your bag got tousled by chance or whatever, to not allow it to be tousled out of the space. Then on the flip side of that, let's go to the other side. I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see, or maybe I'll just kind of pull it down so you guys can see. So on the flip side of that is also additional pockets if you have business cards or whatever else, tablets or whatever quick notepads you needed. There are 3 separate pads right here, or pouches if you will. And then there's another main pouch. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see. And then there's another big main pouch, again, all right there, which even an additional, in my point of view, laptops. I don't know why, but there's a lot of people that possibly need travel with 2 laptops. And if you needed to, you probably can fit another one in there. So let's just go ahead and zip this back up. I got this for a loved one, you guys, and I forgot what I did with the little tablets with it. Or hold on a minute. It came with the little tags on it. And I thought this was an added detail, you guys. This card is very sturdy, and the crafter in me, I'm going to repurpose this and make it be a luggage tag for this bag. I thought it was it's like a quilted like pattern, and you can actually feel it. It's actually textured. I thought it was a pretty nice detail for this bag. It says that it is classic and stylish, which I tend to agree. Again, I am not really a gold person. You guys have seen that when I've said that I do the jewelry, but again, this was not intended for me, but it is now being used by myself. And I'm okay. I don't mind the gold. Obviously, it's color coordinated to go very well. It stood the test of time.
And by that, I mean the airport that we had to fly into and fly out of, there was quite a bit of walking, and then I had no problem holding the bag on my back. Now, that being said, I also like the feature that this bag has a lot of pockets and compartments, and that's right up my alley. I knew that I wanted certain things to go certain places, and I really did like that detail. That being said, on the tag that it comes with too, it states it's classic and it's stylish. I think these colors go together well, and I do believe that it will stand the test of time, to be honest with you guys. To me, in my opinion, it's well made. Now, is it top of the line material? Maybe not, but I think it will hold its own. And I think if you do want to travel, especially if you're traveling for business, it's quite classic in my point of view, and classy at that. Not only that, it's adequate space for what you may need it for too, if you are traveling on business. That being said as well, sorry, I've said that 1,000 times. I think it was very fair, fairly priced. When I purchased mine, I do believe it was on sale, and I think recently they had a coupon for it because I went back to check other styles. Oh, and by the way, they do have other styles. And I did use this loop because I did carry an additional spinner or bag on wheels, and that loop hung onto it no problem, and it wasn't twisting and turning about. So this bag, in my point of view, gets a thumbs up for me. And I want to also add, I get nothing from this, you guys. You guys see, I'm not at that status at all. So you guys, if you want to consider, or you're looking for a bag for travel that you also need to put your electronics in all in one, you might want to consider the bag by, I will not spell it. You saw that name, Lovevook or Vook. Lovevook, whatever. Check it out. And I purchased it from Amazon.
So guys, I just wanted to go over the part where I opened the very front. I noticed, again, you guys, I'm using one hand because I'm holding my camera now, but that I didn't give a good view of that in the beginning. So I wanted to share that you have your inside compartment in there. Then you have these four pouches, and then you have the two little slots right there that if you had an eye pin and then a regular pin, there's room for that as well. And then the very back is a larger compartment again, where if you had a larger electronic device or whatever, maybe you have wipes, hand wipes, and hand sanitizer and whatever else mints that can fit in there as well. And then this is what I meant by the reflective part, where the key attachment is, and it's also detachable, which I thought was a nice feature. So sorry about that. One additional point I would like to make is that if you are someone that when you get your nice new bag, you don't want to have to worry about putting it in the overhead compartment or in the space below in front of you on the ground or on the floor rather of the airplane. Take this bag that it came with and put the bag inside of it, or have another type of bag that you can put once you get past TSA. It makes it easier, and then just put your bag inside when you get ready to board, so that if you want to protect it from any whatever, you can just do that as well, and then your bag will still come out nice and pristine.